Hi everyone, thank you all for joining me tonight. We're taking a look at some of these artifacts in the dark. We've got now 2 tables set up, so I was hoping to take a look at some of these newer ones. And we can do some comparisons with some of these. It's pretty easy to see some of the faces that come out in the light here. You guys can see how these eyes, the nose, just a little painting of a character on there. Let's see a few more on this one too. This is a fun one with lots of different tiers. Believe it or not, just that little white silhouette that you see, that's actually supposed to represent a face. And just like this one is, and over here as well. Really neat paintings on these. So, some of these are really great. There's some spiders that we can see. Let's go ahead and do something about that. Get out of here, mister. Sorry. I don't like killing things, but we can see the beautiful silhouette here, the human, painted in. And on this, as we tilt it, you can see the different images come out. So that little stripe in there is kind of supposed to be there so that you can kind of line it up and see the different things that are going to come out. It's really meant to be tilted and moved around. These photorealistic eyes. And these are the duck heads, you can see the beautiful eyes of the duck with the beak. That's something else right there. That's going to be our screenshot. It's that beautiful color. Who's to say what this one is without really a proper look at it, but you can see how the edges are done on these. Beautifully crafted. Represents a bird and a human, and more than likely when we tilt it like this, it'll be the native. There we go. So it takes all this. It takes looking at all these little carvings. You see the eye and the nose. It's all flat right here. But when we tilt it, you can see how the image of the eye, sorry for flopping it around here, it's hard to hold. The little ripple or indentation for the lips, that's all you get. And you can see the image of the face with now the colored headdress. Beautiful color. This is a museum piece, 100%. And these, the white coloring and everything, will come out to be a photorealistic portrait in certain ways that you look at it. You can probably see the left side with the mouth here with the eye in the white, and then different ones below. There's so much on it. Just even little characters right here. It's just little paintings on stones, guys. You can see the eye. So imagine sitting by the campfire, you live in the woods. You're out here all the time in the grass, in the dirt. And you have a little wooden house. And this is, you created art. Look at this beautiful, beautiful grandfather. The headdress and everything, and the red face. And I know you guys can see him. It's just that for some reason our state can't see him. Yeah. So. Beautifully carved, all the little ripples and markings. I mean, we're actually seeing their fingerprints and finger markings on a lot of these. It's something else. Something to behold. If you guys aren't seeing this guy, of course, see the hollowed out eye. He actually has kind of a hole in his mouth. You see how his mouth is open? And different shadows and in different lights, this guy comes out better. But I think the flashlight at night is working pretty well. That's an eye. With the black hair, of course. Looks to be, this is construction damage right here, unfortunately. But we do have our bird head here with a recessed beak. Its little, beard that it has. It's a beautiful representation of a cardinal or I don't know what kind of bird. You see the crest. And just looking on this section, you can see how the eye and the mouth of the Indian is sitting right there. Hopefully you guys can see him. Just on this end. Oh, wow. Super pretty. So I love the way the eyes become almost photorealistic. Do you see the way, if you look into the detail of the eye in the black section there, it really is like a lifelike eye. It's super fun. And then as we zoom out and like make this really small, we'll see other images as well. There's a mammoth represented on the left-hand side with a red eye. If you look at the painting there, you can see how the red eye is portrayed and the mammoth hump. And what I always talk about are the harness. So the mammoth was domesticated. According to this art, the mammoth was domesticated by Native Americans and it had harnesses on it. This is a very good representation of that. There's just some more bird heads. You can see how the eye and the recessed beak with all the really cool little carvings on the beak. And how when you get close, it really does kind of resemble a lifelike bird head. And every different corner and different way that you put it, it'll represent a bird head. Just different birds and different faces. We can try to find another. Here's a beautiful silhouette of a human. And this beautiful one has both eyes. So you guys know about art. You got this eye, right? You see this eye right here, this eye right here. When you tilt that just a little bit, you can see the mouth right here. And then you can see the person painted in. They're asking you, they're talking to you, and they're saying, hey, we were here and nobody wants to talk about us. Maybe you guys could stick up for us. This guy faces in the stone over here. He's doing everything he can. Love these little red-lipped characters that are going to come out. The paint and the color on these is just beautiful. So you guys, if you want to help, you can always email. And I'll give you some pictures and some email addresses so that you can share some of the art with our local archaeologists and maybe some students. So that way we can try to get something done about it. But just wanted to come out and show these at night. I think they're super pretty. You guys can see this beautiful bird represented with the beak, just a small little beak. And all the feathers coming back there. And there's going to be some grandfathers on here. You can see these wonderful. Try to tilt them up here so you can see. Beautiful eye. The flame in their hair. So when you see stuff like this, guys, just ask yourself, why doesn't your state recognize it? Why wouldn't North Carolina say that this stuff is real? Ask yourself these questions because it's important to try to figure out why they would not want to tell you what's going on. You see this other lifelike silhouette. That's their eye, of course. So you start to realize that these are all really paintings, just like a cave painting, only on a rock. And you start to see that. You'll start to see that this stuff is important. So I hope that some people do reach out. I hope you guys, this stuff kind of reaches you guys in some which way. It's a beautiful mammoth represented. Lots of mammoths in this stuff. The color is to die for on that mammoth head. And his ear coming back. Huh. Awesome. You know, just want it taught in schools. That's all we want. Talk to you guys soon.